Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Thursday, 16th March 2017. I'm Fredicia Liburd. The Vance W. Amory International Airport received $430,000 worth of equipment to replace the current telecommunication system at the control tower. Chairman of the Nevis Air and Seaports Authority, Colin Dorr, went into detail about the purchase.
I'm happy to report that work is progressing steadily on the replacement of the telecommunication system at the Vance W. Amory International Airport Control Tower. As we are all aware, the control tower was commissioned way back in the early 2000s with the assistance of the European Union. That system has been in operation from that time up until now. However, over the years, due to the fact that it was a European system and the manufacturer of that system was already out of business, it was posing a difficulty for us to get replacement parts for the various components of that telecommunication system.
He also spoke about how the funds were acquired.
Earlier last year, we approached the SIDF, and we are quite happy, and I wish to say thanks to the councillors of the SIDF, who consented to financing the cost of a replacement system to the value of $430,000. I'm also pleased that we got the assistance of the Eastern Caribbean Civil Aviation Authority, who pointed us in the direction of the manufacturer or the supplier, Aeronav Incorporated out of Canada. And the reason why we went to the ECCA is that we wanted a system similar to what our counterpart in the region has. And therefore, when it comes to maintenance and finding suitable technicians, they can help us in those areas.
Dorr stated that over the past couple of weeks, training has been taking place for the staff at the airport.
The system has arrived. It has been installed, commissioned. The technician from Aeronav has been here over the last couple of weeks doing training. And I'm quite pleased with what they have given us, and I'm sure the workers are quite pleased as well, as we now have one which is modern and up to date and similar to what their counterpart in the region has been using.
Chairman of the Nevis Air and Seaports Authority, Colin Dorr. The Nevis Disaster Management Department will be taking part in a regional tsunami exercise on Tuesday, 21st March. Director of the department is Brian Dyer.
We will join the rest of the Caribbean, the North and Central American states that have coastal areas that can be impacted by tsunamis. This is to ensure that persons living or working in these areas are aware of the dangers with regards to tsunamis and earthquakes occurring. Also, for them to have preparatory actions in place or emergency plans and evacuation procedures documented and practiced to be able to minimize the impact of such hazards and to save lives.
Director of the NDMD, Brian Dyer, went into detail about the exercise.
On Tuesday, 21st March, the Nevis Disaster Management Department, in collaboration with the critical agencies, police, fire, Ministry of Health, and other agencies and partners in our communities. For example, the Ministry of Education, the financial and business entities, and our hotel and tourism entities would be participating in the regional tsunami exercise to ensure that we are prepared in the event of such an emergency occurring. In the event of a tsunami occurring, the safe sites as identified on the tsunami inundation map for Nevis, the places are Assembly Area 1, which is the Ramsbury Playfield or the Charlestown Recreational Facility at Ramsbury. Assembly Point 2 is Boko Park in Government Road. Assembly Point 3, which is the Jessop's Playfield. Assembly Point 4, the VOJN Primary Playfield. Assembly Point 5, which is the Whitehall Playfield. We have identified the area, the highest point on Bath Village, which is the top of the hill on Long Point, as the Assembly Area 6 for persons evacuating from the Bath Village and the business areas of Rams and Value Mart area.
Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer. The Nevis Disaster Management Department on Wednesday, 15th March, received a grant of just over $370,000 from the Embassy of Japan to help in improving disaster resilience. Director of the NDMD is Brian Dyer.
The government and people of Japan and the Nevis Island administration have enjoyed a long outstanding friendship with each other. In particular, the disaster management has benefited from several training programs and grant donations for disaster supplies. This MOU commits us to work closely together for our common goal of building resilience on the island of Nevis. This ceremony marks the completion of sustained effort of collaboration among the staff of the Embassy of Japan in Trinidad, the Premier's Ministry, and the Nevis Disaster Management Department.
Dyer expressed his confidence in his department and assured the embassy's representative, Masatoshi Sato, that the project will be well executed.
At this moment of signing, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone whose dedication and efforts have contributed to the finalization and approval of this project. In particular, I would like to thank Mr. O'Neill Wills, consultant for the grant assistance for grassroots human security project, and his colleagues at the Embassy of Japan in Trinidad and Tobago. Their insight, goodwill, and persistence have made the signing ceremony a reality. I am confident that the Nevis Disaster Management Department has the experience and the expertise to execute this project on time and within the stated budget.
The project includes repairs to 10 community centers around the island, as well as other well-needed rehabilitation work to bolster the resilience of various buildings from storms. The signing ceremony took place at the Emergency Operations Center at Long Point. Still to come, A1 Farms is ready for the Agriculture Open Day, says owner McLevin Truss. The details are after this break.
On January 30, 2017, the Alexandra Hospital will be issuing health ID cards to all patients accessing service as part of the introduction of our Health Information System, HIS. The process is simple and will take just a few minutes. A photo will be taken of each individual accessing service, and within minutes, your card will be printed and issued. You will be required to present this card each time you access service at the outpatient department. We are craving the public's cooperation as we implement the new system, which will be of benefit to all. When fully operational, it will significantly improve the quality of service and reduce patient waiting time. Remember, the start date is January 30, 2017. Join the movement in health.
I got my card.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. The Nevis Financial Services Regulation and Supervision Department, NFSD, held its 12th annual Anti-Money Laundering, Countering Financing of Terrorism AML-CFT Awareness Seminar and Training Workshop on 6th and 7th March 2017 at the Four Seasons Resort, Nevis. The event was held under the theme Increasing Awareness Through Smart Compliance, Forging New Connections to Combat Financial Crime. The workshop commenced on 6th March, where Premier and Minister of Finance in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honourable Vance Amory, delivered brief remarks. He spoke of the importance of workshops such as these, which are designed to increase awareness regarding financial crime prevention. Premier Amory spoke of the appropriateness of the theme for the workshop with the expanded focus on financial crimes. He also stressed the continued collaboration on the correcting and updating of our financial services product, along with the relevant laws and regulations to meet international standards and to compete more effectively in the global market. The Premier and Minister of Finance concluded his remarks by emphasizing the importance of the financial services sector to the island's economy. The main facilitator for the workshop was Stephen Platt and Associates LLP SPA, a consultancy firm based in Jersey. Other presenters included Mr. Trevor Brathwaite, Deputy Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, who presented on correspondent banking relationships and associated impacts on the financial services sector and the region as a whole, and Director of the Information Technology Department, Quincy Prentice, who reiterated that cybersecurity and cybercrime are no longer just technology issues, but are now business and legal issues. This year's event saw the largest number of participants ever recorded, with a total of 199 attendees from various sectors, which included financial institutions, trust and corporate service providers, credit unions, and others. The annual Agriculture Open Day is fast approaching, and farmers on Nevis are preparing for the two-day event on Thursday 30th and Friday 31st March at the Villa in Charlestown. On Nevis Television's show Eye on Agriculture, hosted by Eric Evelyn, McClevon Truss, owner of A1 Farms, stated that he's ready for this year's Open Day.
Eric, this year I want a whole tent, no half a tent, because I'm confident that I'll have lots of produce to display on Open Day. Tomatoes, lettuce, peppers in all colors, red, green, orange, yellow, and chives in abundance, a lot of basils, thyme.
He also spoke about his experience last year.
I didn't have enough to satisfy the market. I'm challenging the supporters out there to run me out this year. I think the Agriculture Open Day is going to get bigger and better as the years go by, because, you know, once you're in it, you don't want to leave it.
Truss then encouraged persons to attend the Agriculture Open Day on Thursday 30th and Friday 31st March at the Villa Grounds in Charlestown.
I want to really take this opportunity to invite the general public to come out and support Open Day, support the local farmers, see what we have to offer. Put your suggestions in, but I would challenge you to find a romaine lettuce that is imported, that is as good as the ones from A1 Farms. If you put them side by side, it's like chalk and cheese. The firmness, the texture, it's the local stuff that I produce here matches up to anything that you've seen anywhere. I mean, some people even come by and ask me if these are artificial, because they look blemishless. They feel just firm. And, you know, it's exceptional stuff. I myself sometimes is amazed at what we're doing right here at A1 Farms.
Truss's greenhouse is located in Hard Times Estate in Gingerland. As we leave you tonight, we understand that reigning soca monarch Delhi Ranks will be competing in the King of Kings soca competition in Montserrat Thursday evening. We here at the Department of Information would like to wish him the very best in the competition. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredisia Library. Thank you for viewing.